Hello everyone and thanks for hanging out with me. Here it is, Volkswagen ID bus. Oh, I'm touching it. I'm very excited because last week, 2 weeks ago, you all know my story where I missed an event in Hamburg where I could drive a prototype or pre-production model, but Volkswagen was so nice and arranged something for me where I can drive the car here in Dresden at the Transparent Factory. I'm very excited. Let's get in the car and drive a bit. I'm inside. What I can say already is to get into the car, it's further in than my ID3 and ID4 and of course higher. Can I go lower? I can go lower. But that's it. Yeah, that's it. Seats, and we have the normal armrests as we have in the ID3. This is higher than in my ID3, I can see that. Same steering wheel. Important, this is a pre-production version, so this is not how the car will look like. That's why I cannot show you the interior, especially the back seats. They're just put in. It's not how the production model will look like. There will be videos with the production model at some point. Ooh, there's an easy entry. Cool. The door feels nice and looks nice. Oh, didn't close. It's very rectangular, the door. Seating position is great. The distance to the front window is enormous. What is this? More than a meter? I can't reach it. No way. That's why the camera looks like it's far, far away. So the gear selector is different. You can still turn it. It's not on connected to the instrument cluster. It's more there where the wiper would be. Where is the wiper? Okay. So the wiper is somewhere different. But the gear selector is a different design, and it's nice that you can do it with your fingers. You don't need your whole hand. And the park button is more to the front. You just have to get used to it. It's fine. Remembers. Let's drive. God, it's the biggest electric car I've ever driven. Okay, my first impressions. The steering wheel is softer than my ID3. It's way easier to steer. For my taste, a bit too soft. Might change. The suspension is awesome, as always with Volkswagen. Over bumps feels amazing. I'm sitting very high, which is, of course, it's a huge car and a tall, high car. Nice and quiet. I've never driven I think I've driven in a T4, but never driven one, so I couldn't compare. But it drives so far very nice. I'm just driving in the city, but we're going on the highway. And then we'll test a bit more. And I've accelerated one time. Woohoo! Yeah, this car is huge tires, 20 inch, but 245 in front and 265 in the rear. Oh, I had no idea. There's an oh, that makes sense. There's a normal armrest here. Ah, that's better. Yeah, that's the stuff. Thanks. I like that. I just heard the suspension is not the end result, but for me it feels amazing. And the car doesn't feel very wide, so I don't feel like I cannot see where the car is. I mean, in the rear, yes, that's a long distance, but the windows are, it's just a lot of surface that's window, so that helps. Okay, let's go on the highway, accelerate a bit. 150 kilowatt, 204 horsepower on a, what is it, almost 2 tons? This car, it's heavy. Makes sense. I heard this is a smaller battery, not the 82 kilowatt hour. All the specs, with all the battery and everything, what's to come, we'll do soon in a different video. Good noise level in here. All the lights. lights work. Oh, it's a nice feeling in dark. Ooh. Yeah, the power feels okay for the weight. It's okay. Still cruise control. I'm at 83% and the range says 246 kilometers, but who knows how someone was driving before me. Like a maniac. 130. Oh, it's still stable and quiet. That's fine. Feels good. That's okay. Let's see how it is in the corner at 130. Totally fine. It's nice. Suspension is great. I mean, it's a great road. Yeah. I was expecting to feel the weight more and the wind and changing lanes or anything, but it feels the same as ID4. Not too much difference. Awesome. Okay, top speed 147, 8. And you can feel the wind. For me, steering a bit too soft at that speed, but still okay. Still okay. And when you do full regen, it feels good. It's not wobbling around. Now we are at a 300 kilowatt charger and let's charge the ID bus. How do we open the charge port? Here. And this, where do you put this? Is there a nice spot? Maybe this here. No? Yeah, it does. Huh, it's nice. 300 kilowatt. That's a huge cable. The light is the same. Looks good. Yeah, we're only at 46%. I couldn't drive it down more. I can look at the consumption when we're back, or I can tell you. At 46%, it's not the big battery, so it shouldn't have the 170 kilowatt. And at this thing, if it has 100, I would be extremely happy. Yeah, 80. That makes sense. Ooh. 74 kilowatt at this state of charge. It is not too hot of a battery. It's totally fine. So this is not the 80 kilowatt hour battery. That's totally fine. Love the camouflage. It looks awesome. We'll charge a few minutes and then we drive back the same way, and then that's it. Hey, let's look a bit more in detail. Look. Looks nice with the cooling. I love the front. And I love that the sensor is here in the middle, not on the top. I mean, snow could be a problem, but if you don't clean your windshield, that's your problem. Okay, we're on our way back. Drive a bit. We drove 140 kilometers, no more. I reset the trip when we were already on the way. I think it's more. It's 160 or so kilometers that I've driven. A lot of country, a lot of city, but most kilometers on the highway with 100 to 130, and a few times accelerating like now to 140. And what I can say, the car is really comfortable. Really comfortable, even though I'm told the suspension is not finished. It feels really great. We drove over cobblestone. Felt also very nice, and high speeds are fine. The top speed that I've driven was 148. I'm driving 142 right now, and even in a corner with wind and a few bumps on the road, it feels stable and great. And what I've noticed, what's really nice, the view outside of the back is awesome with so much window space. I mean, we have the seats down because they're not production ready, but so when you go in reverse, you can see a lot more than in my ID3. The view the right top, if you're very close to a light, you have to put your head down for that. And the blind spot here on the left can be a problem because the A pillar is right here. But like I said, in the rear or to the right, it's really nice to see stuff. Yeah, we're driving back now to Dresden, and then I'm going home 5 hours. Yeah, no, a bit more. Will be a bit more, but it's fun. I love my ID3. Walter is happy to go home. And so we now the trip meter here, I can say what it says. We drove 2 hours, 150 kilometers, so average speed is 76, and consumption 285. That's totally fine. That's totally fine. The 285 watt hours per kilometer for such a car that's not very efficient going through the air. I was expecting way above 300. I mean, my ID3 on the way here, average speed was 100, I think, and I had 250 watt hours per kilometer, where I was driving mostly only highway and around 140. We're at 38% and we have 100 kilometers of range. So highway speed 300 and 80% to 5% to 200 should be possible. Even now in the winter with the heat on, winter tires on, and huge tires. So I'm happy. Okay, we're going back. That's it for me. Thank you much for watching. Have a great day and take care. Bye.